One is the number to dial. Okay, so while we're taking your calls, let's have my big guest for today. Britain's Got Talent finalist Eddie Brett has created an anthem for the World Cup.
Oh, I love this game. Oh, I love this game. I love everything whenever we play. Oh, I love this game.
He loves this game. Essex singer Eddie Brett has released his football-inspired track, I Love This Game. Very pleased to say he joins me now. Good afternoon to you, Eddie.
Oi, oi. It's quite a tune, isn't it?
It's quite a tune, it absolutely is. So you're obviously into your football then?
Yeah, I guess. Is there anyone from Essex that doesn't like their football?
Well, I don't know. And Al's not too good. He never used to be my husband, but I finally got him interested in it. He's certainly interested in England playing. What's the score going to be? England versus France?
I don't know, yeah. I want to be optimistic, but I'm actually really scared about it. So I don't. We're going to win, but yeah, I don't want to divulge any further than that. No. I don't want to, yeah. I hopefully you can hear from my voice I'm a bit nervous about the whole situation.
I can't even talk about it. I'm exactly the same as you. I can't even talk about it anyway. But well, let's move on. We saw you back in 2012, of course, in the finals of Britain's Got Talent with your band Lovable Rogues. So what's life been like since then?
It's been a roller coaster. Yeah, it's been a little bit of everything. It's been amazing. It's been all the dreams that I ever wished to have. It's been top 10 singles. It's been in lifts with Zac Efron. It's playing Wembley Stadium. And then it's being not a pop star anymore, being jobless and thinking, where did that all go? And then everything in between, and then coming out the other end and you're like, oh, actually, I'm refreshed now. I still love music. I still love writing, and I'm willing to give it my all till I'm an old man with an acoustic guitar in my hand. So it's life, really. It's everything, waltz and all, highs and lows, and yeah, it's like anyone's journey. It's got all the different shades to it.
Good for you, absolutely. Well, that's what this business is all about, isn't it? Music business is you can't change it because it's in your soul to sing and to write and to do that. You just got to ride the roller coaster.
Absolutely. I went to a gig the other day of my mate called Jake Roach, and he's gone through a similar journey as me. He was signed with Scooter Braun, who's Justin Bieber's manager and everything. And we were sitting there discussing the whole journeys that we've both gone on and everything, and how we're still enjoying it. And obviously his mum was there, who's Colleen Nolan, and she's overhearing the whole conversation as if to say, like, yes, I know, I've been there. It's like everyone goes on a similar journey, but you stick with it because we love it. We love what we do, and it's an amazing industry. And just to be able to be a part of it, we're blessed, and we have to remember that.
Well, next time you see Jake, do give him Sadie's love, won't you? I knew him when he was 4 years old, and because I was a friend of Shane and Colleen, so yeah, give him my love. He was very cute when he was 4. Let me tell you that. I've got some great video. I must send it to him, actually. Now, you've released this track, I Love This Game. It's perfectly timed for the World Cup, but what part has football played in your life? Have you ever played? Are you just a supporter? Just a supporter, I do beg your pardon.
Yeah, so I mean, this song came about because I went to school with Harry Kane. He was in the year below me.
Did you?
Yeah. And basically, I put some stuff on my Instagram, and him and his brother have seen it. And they like when Harry got his first game for Tottenham starting lineup, I was in full-fledged rogue mode. So like, I remember we bumped into each other watching wrestling at the at Wembley Arena, really randomly. He was there with all his Spurs mates. I was there with my music mates, and we was like, "Oh my god, how's this happened? You're a footballer. I'm signed to Psycho. Like, this is wild." So he's obviously always known about my music, and then we got chatting about how it's Christmas, it's the World Cup. Let's do a little song. So basically, because he set up a TikTok account, so he wanted some music that he could put with his content. So I went, yeah, all right. And then it was really sort of, because as a songwriter, and being from, like, when you've got an accent like I've got, everyone's always saying to you, oh, you should write a football song. But it's very easy to be very cringe very quickly. So I wanted to take it really seriously and go down more of a folk sort of campfire sing-song vibe. And that's how this song came about.
Right, and you're absolutely right. And fans love to sing. I mean, it makes me laugh when you get people who say, "Oh no, I can't sing. Oh no, I hate to sing. Oh no, I don't do that." And you go to a football match, and my lord, they can sing. When you hear 80,000 fans singing, you know they can sing.
Absolutely. Well, there's certain occasions where it's you know what it means to be a human, and that's when you're surrounded by thousands of other people going through a collective moment together, and singing heightens that. So that's why it's such a powerful thing, being in a stadium singing songs with people you don't know, but you know exactly how they feel at that moment in time.
How do you think Harry Kane ended up being so good? I mean, he scored now in the World Cup, which is brilliant because that's off his back. Was he always really good?
Yeah, well, when I was at school, well, obviously David Beckham went to our same school. I
Right.
don't know if you've heard of the geezer, but yeah, we. So
Becky
the minute
boy.
you walked in,
Becky boy.
when you walked into our school, you had his Real Madrid shirt up on the wall. So there was always this sort of thing that one of us could be him. If that makes sense.
Yep.
It wasn't unthinkable to think you could end up being the England captain. So my year were really good at football, and then Harry's year were slightly better than us. So we were winning everything but the London Cup. Their year won everything and the London Cup. So as much as he was always a really great footballer, there was lots of great footballers. But the thing that put him aside from everyone else, because we also live near the Chelsea Academy, the West Ham Academy, the Arsenal Academy, but it never went to his head. He was a grafter, and he didn't. Well, I'm sure he was at Orient at that moment in time. So we had people at Chelsea and stuff that when they're at school, they don't really care about school because they're playing for Chelsea on the weekends and stuff like that. So they would get in trouble and suspended and all of these things, and all they'd care about was football. Whereas Harry was never on that trajectory because that wasn't his path. He was at Orient, so if anything, he wanted to be the ones at Chelsea, and he just grafted. Then he got his shot at Spurs, and then the rest is history.
Right, that just shows you. I always say it is weird that the harder you work, the luckier you get in life.
Funny that, isn't it?
It's funny that, isn't it? I talk to a lot of celebs and stars from all walks of life, and they say how hard they've worked, and they've got through the tough times and carried on, rather than someone sort of saying, "Oh yeah, I always wanted to do that." No, you didn't, because you would do it if you always wanted to do it. I can't imagine anything else.
And then also personality-wise as well comes into the vibe, because like growing up, I was the cheeky, cocky one. So it's no surprise that I'm good at what I do. Whereas he was just the quiet lad that was always there playing football, which it's no surprise he's ended up being the captain and stuff, because he knows where to channel his emotions. He wasn't getting in trouble. He wasn't getting in fights or like being mouthy and things like that. He was listening, and he was grafting. So it's interesting how different people end up being different types of footballers and characters.
And it shows as well that when, as you say, when you saw that shirt on the wall of David Beckham's, it made you all feel, we could do that. And I bet, have they got one of your records up at the school to actually say, yeah, and you can do that in the music business. You can make a career in music, because let's be honest, Eddie, like there's only like 1% make it massive like Queen or something like that. It's only tiny minority. The majority are jobbing pros who make their money and make their life doing something they love. So, you're doing that. It doesn't matter whether this record gets into number one or not. You're doing it. And surely your school would actually say, look, to have a career in something you love, you've won the lottery.
Absolutely, yeah. So, I know they still sort of keep my name alive at the school. So my mate's now a teacher there, and they play football on the Fridays evenings. Like the people get together, and I join them sometimes. And then my head of year's still there, and he says, "Oh, I was mentioning you in the media studies class earlier," and all of this. So they're very proud of the ex-students. And I know at my old college we had a photo of us up as well. So yeah, it's cool. It's really cool.
It really is. So how do we get hold of this record? Where do we go?
Anywhere that's good. Do you know what? I'd love everyone, if they're listening to this, to want to get involved with what I'm up to, is go onto my YouTube page and subscribe there, just because I'm starting this new thing called the Edo Show, where it's going to be I'm living out in North Wales at the moment, you see, and I'm surrounded by the rural settings. So I'm going to be visiting farms and milking cows and beehives and studying bees and all sorts of random stuff. So I've got a camper van, so I'm in the back of that, traveling around, playing acoustic guitar, singing songs, and just I get really intrigued and interested in different things. So I'm just going to be exploring them and putting it up on YouTube. So the music's all available there. It's on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you listen to music normally. So yeah,
Excellent.
Just get involved.
There you go. Eddie Brett, thank you very much indeed for joining us. An absolute pleasure. Even though I'm late for my news headlines, never mind, it's just gone 4:30. Count Up is on the way.